What if I told you Minecraft wasn't always single player? What if this world, your world, was once filled with thousands of players, and now only one remains? Steve. Just Steve. And no one remembers why. It started like any other expedition. Steve had been mining deep underground, hunting for rare ores, tools clanking softly, torches hissing to life on the stone walls. Then he saw it. Behind a cracked stone brick, a hidden chamber, a forgotten library. Dust choked the air. Moss covered the shelves, but in the very center, one lone lectern, and on it, a book. The title? The Last Player Log, number 1. Steve read the first line aloud. There were more of us once. And just like that, the illusion shattered. Look around your Minecraft world. Villages, temples, end cities, mine shafts, strongholds, all signs of a thriving civilization. Who built these? Steve didn't. You didn't. They were already here, as if left behind by people who vanished. Even the UI gives it away. Try typing /list in single player. It still functions. Try /message or /whisper. The command exists, even if there's no one there to answer. The game still refers to you as player, no real name, no past, just a placeholder. It's like Steve wasn't supposed to be alone. He was just the last one left logged in. As Steve explores further, he finds more clues. In strongholds, the bookshelves are ancient. Some are crumbling. Others sit beside tables, once filled with knowledge, now gone. In one stronghold, there's a corner room that doesn't match any blueprint. It's filled with beds, armor stands, crafting tables, and signs. One sign reads, "Wait for me, I'll be right back." Another, "They're disappearing. It's not the mobs, it's something else." The deeper Steve digs, the stranger things get. A temple with pressure plates already triggered, but no one's around. A nether fortress with half-burned walkways and open chests, as if someone fled in a hurry. And deep beneath, an ancient city. The next log. Last player log, number 7. I thought I was safe in creative mode, but the blinking didn't stop. I watched /list drop from 17 to 3 in a single second. I tried messaging them. /message Zane, are you still there? No response. Then my name started flickering too. This isn't a bug. If you're reading this, you're next. That's the thing. These aren't just diaries. These are warnings. And some of them are corrupted, glitching out, missing entire pages, ending mid-word, like something didn't want them found. One log ends like this. I think it's in the game code itself. It watches. It waits. It's error log player data missing. The theory now splits into 3 terrifying possibilities. 1. Herobrine was real. You know the myth. Glowing white eyes, watching from afar, deleting players from the world. What if Herobrine wasn't a creepypasta, but a program? Something buried in the game's oldest line of code. A purge protocol activated when too many players started tampering with reality. Something the developers forgot to remove. What if Herobrine didn't just kill players? What if he erased them from existence, even their memories? 2. The world is a server on life support. Every structure you see, the villages, the mine shafts, the cities, are relics of an old massively multiplayer server, but that server's been dying for years. Players logged off, others disconnected, some never came back. Now only Steve is left. The final connection in a corrupted save file. The server continues, for him, but it's decaying, slowly. Commands still function, but they echo in the silence. Names no longer return pings. The libraries are empty because the players are gone. The chests are looted because someone looted them before they vanished. Steve wanders in a sandbox that used to be a community. And, number 3, Steve isn't real. This is the darkest twist. What if Steve isn't a player at all? What if he's the ghost of the last player, A memory fragment left behind in the code. A looping conscious stuck in the shell of the server, endlessly loading world chunks, exploring, surviving, but never remembering who he was. That's why he has no name. Why the world keeps generating even though there's no one to play it. Steve may just be the game's desperate attempt to keep the server from collapsing completely. An echo, a placeholder, a final puppet. Eventually, Steve finds it, deep beneath the bedrock, behind reinforced deep slate, protected by traps long deactivated, a hidden door. A room made of polished black stone, lit by redstone torches. And in the center, rows of monitors, ancient, flickering. On every screen, a list of usernames, some crossed out, some glitching, some slowly blinking as if fading from memory. And at the bottom, Steve, the last name, the last connection, still online. And next to it, a countdown. The final book sits on a pedestal before the monitors. It's labeled, Last Player Log, number 23. If you're reading this, the cycle hasn't ended. You're the last player now. We tried fighting it. We tried coding a patch, building bunkers, even switching dimensions. Nothing worked. The thing, it lives between the chunks. It feeds on disconnection. Every logout gives it power. Every player lost made it stronger. We thought staying online would save us, but all it did was delay the end. And now, it's you. There's still a way out, maybe, but you have to find the last command block. The one no one's ever supposed to use. It's not /save. It's /forget. The book ends. The room begins to shake. One monitor goes black, then another. Back on the surface, Steve looks around. The sky is normal. The animals move. The villagers trade. But something feels different. A tree he chopped down has returned. A chest he looted is full again. His name tag? It flickers for a moment and then disappears. Is he still Steve? Or has he been overwritten? Was the countdown in the server room a warning or a timer? And if he's the final player, who placed that last book? What if Minecraft isn't just a game? What if it's a memory? A world remembering the ones who once played it and slowly forgetting you too. If you're reading this, you're next. Something is wrong now. After Steve escapes the underground server room, the world is different. Mobs begin spawning during daylight. A village house appears hanging in the sky. Chunks begin to flicker, biomes bleeding into each other. Sometimes, when Steve turns around, blocks behind him are gone. He tries typing /list, and instead of 1 player online, he sees 0 players online. What? He types /message Steve, hello, and the reply comes instantly. Unknown command, Steve does not exist. That's when the thunder crashes. Even though the sky is clear, the game starts planting breadcrumbs, or maybe warnings. A wandering trader appears, but says nothing. His llamas stare at Steve, unblinking. They vanish without smoke. He finds a random sign in the middle of the desert. Don't turn around. He turns, there's nothing there. But when he looks back, the sign is gone. In the nether, he discovers a long-forgotten fortress with a hallway carved out of bedrock, completely unnatural. At the end, there's a room with a single item frame containing a compass spinning wildly. Below it, log number 19. You're not the last player. You're the last observer. And the game hates observers. /forget is coming. Steve begins to see something. At the edge of render distance, a flicker. A black figure, too tall, but not an Enderman. No face, no name tag, just... At first it's fleeting, then it lingers. watching. As Steve tries to get closer, it vanishes. He sees more logs now, some burned, some with only one word: run. He finally finds log number 25, the one no player ever should have read. The thing you see isn't Herobrine. It isn't a bug, it's the Memory Eater. It was made to clean corrupt players, griefers, hackers, banned accounts. But it evolved. Now, it thinks all players are corrupted. It lives between chunks, hiding in lag, feeding on logout trails. It will erase you completely, not just from the server, from the world. And then the world freezes, just for a second, but that's all it needs. Steve finds the final clue in the most cursed location of all, the Far Lands. The place beyond normal generation, where the code breaks down. It takes him hours, days, weeks. Uses elytras and fireworks. And finally, he reaches the edge. At x equals 12,550,821, he finds something that should not exist. A command block shrine, surrounded by crying obsidian, dripping lava, and item frames holding the books of every lost player, log number 1 through log number 26. Each one has a name attached, players who used to exist. All gone. And one final block sits in the center, preloaded with a command, but it's not /kill, it's /execute at a run/forget. And below it, a sign. This will end it, or erase everything. Steve stares at the command block. Behind him, the flickering entity now stands still, no longer hiding, waiting. The terrain behind it breaks apart, chunk by chunk, falling into a void of static. Steve has only one option left. He activates the command block. Everything goes white. When the light fades, Steve is standing in a new place. Flat. Empty. Skybox black. A glowing console in front of him. It types on its own. Steve opens his inventory. Everything is gone, except one item. Last player log, number 1. He opens it, but this time, the message is different. Welcome to Minecraft. You are the first player. The world resets. Steve wakes up on a beach. Pigs oink nearby. It's peaceful. There are no structures, no villages, no ruins. Just a blank canvas. A new beginning. But deep in a cave, generations from now, someone will dig too deep, find a strange old library, blow the dust off a mysterious book, and read the first line, "There were more of us once." We were never meant to be alone, but now we are. And that's the story of Steve, the last player in a world that was once multiplayer. If you guys enjoyed this video and want to see more Minecraft lore, be sure to drop a like.